Hey YouTubers, this is EMD SD46-3 coming to you live from the Keystone State. This video is on is a project update video. It's an update video on the SD46-3, the GP35PH-2RM, and the RS4MAC, the first one, the original one. As you guys can see, they all have chevrons on the front. I recently looked at some YouTube videos and got the courage to decal, and these are my first units that I actually decaled. Now, the first train I actually decaled wasn't an engine. It was actually my undecorated Washington Metro subway car. That was the first project that I did. That is upstairs right now. I'm still working on that one, but all the decals are on that one. I'll show that in another video. But these here are the first engines that I've done. The SD46-3 was the first one to get done, followed by the RS4MAC, and then the GP35PH-2RM. Now, let me go ahead and show you. Let me go ahead and pull the RS4MAC around, and let me show you guys what the back looks like. That's what the back of the RS4MAC looks like. And as you guys can see, she's already been painted. She's virtually done. I need to get the decal lettering for her, for the sides and whatnot. This is the original unit I got off of eBay. It was my first eBay purchase that I ever made. She has a new drive, of course. You guys have seen her in a previous video when she was pulling my Schnennable 380-ton car, my 380-ton Schnennable car, but you really didn't have a chance to get a close-up look on her. So this is actually the first true close-up of her that you've gotten. That bell right there, that's custom made by me. Everything else is custom. I had to re-chop the nose on it because the guy that did it originally, he had it messed up. So as you can see, it's a seamless fit. And I really like the chevrons. I mean, they really make the unit stand out. Let me back it up for you. Of course, it's an Atlas classic drive. Oops, I didn't have the switch thrown. Don't need that kind of accident going on. There we go. Let me just back it up for you guys. So, what was I saying? Yeah. This is actually an Atlas Classic drive. The newer one that has the circuit board in it, the printed circuit board. Not the older version, so this is like the newer version that you can just drop a DCC decoder right into the model. This engine will probably be one of the first to get a decoder soon. Okay, so now moving on to the GP35PH-2RM. It's got the chevrons, but as you can see, they're actually well, technically the chevrons are, yeah, they're upside down. And I wanted to do it like that because I just didn't want it to be like this one over here. It would have looked funny if it was if it was the other way around. And these are actually wider than these right here. These are for hood units, and these are for wide nose units and cowl units. These chevrons here, they both come from the same. I think these are Decals Associates decals or Decals West. I'm not really sure which ones they are. But this one was a bit tricky to do because I had the railings on it already. But that's okay. You're probably wondering if I did the back. I left the back alone because I attempted to actually decal the rear of the unit, but the decal actually didn't want to stay at all, and it just deteriorated, so I just left it alone. I didn't want to mess it up. Not to mention, I found out that the inside of the shell actually got accidentally glued to the frame, so I actually had to fix that. I actually had to go in there and separate the chassis from the shell, because it was actually, if I would have sent this locomotive off to get sound in DCC, whoever would have gotten it, they wouldn't have known that, and they would have actually completely just snapped off the back section of the locomotive here. They were completely snapped off the rear deck section, and that would have been a pain because there's only one of these locomotives around. This is my prototype here. This is a prototype, this is a prototype, this is a prototype. So there's actually no other engines in my collection like this yet. And even if I wanted to make another one, it wouldn't be easy because I'd have to go and buy another Protopower West SD60M shell just to get the cab again, and then, you know, get the whole... It would have been a whole lot of stuff, so thank God I was able to figure that out. But that's what she looks like. She's got the KD shelf couplers on her, as you guys can see. Let me do something. Let me actually go ahead and put her on this other track over here. Let me put her on this track right here. And let me bring the SD46-3 out for you guys, because there's been people that have been asking about this locomotive and they haven't seen it in like I don't know how many months. But this is what she looks like currently. She's got the dark blue paint scheme. Let me use the RS4MAC to push her, because technically speaking she is still not powered. Have to work on getting that resolved. That's what the rear of the unit looks like. Very nice. Very nicely done. I like it. Wasn't really too difficult to get this unit done. But it wasn't easy either. But now I got it done, it looks magnificent. And let me just bring this other unit around here. I mean, it looks magnificent, doesn't it? I was able to save this decal. There's a small little tear right here. Kind of looks like a crack. It really is not that noticeable, and it really isn't that bad. It's not like a giant gash or anything. So the decal's still straight and it's still aligned and everything. So it's really not that big of a deal. I'm not complaining about it. It's a great engine. And I like it. I like them all. They're not quite yet finished. They will be finished, but I actually have moved up in the world as far as decaling and whatnot. So hopefully I'll be able to eliminate those other factors of paying people to decal my stuff. There are people that I'm probably just gonna do, like, you know, not do, but that I will work with to decal certain things depending on how the complexity of them is. But if it's something simple like this, I can handle it pretty much on my own. And it came out pretty good. I did watch some YouTube videos on how to do it before I actually did it. And the mistake that I found out that's commonly made, instead of modelers using clear coat, they actually use dull coat. And that's what you don't want to use. Always get clear coat. I use Tester's clear coat on my models, because technically that's like, I think it's pretty good. I like it. Really brings out the color of the locomotive. It doesn't really make it too... It tones it down a little bit, but it doesn't overly tone it down. You know what I mean? Gotta dust this thing off. It gets kind of dusty, but yeah. So first you put on your clear coat, and then you put on your micro. What is it? Micro set. Yeah, your micro set. No, yeah. First you put on your clear coat, then your micro set. You know, I'm not even gonna name the. You know what? Just to keep this video simple, I'm not even gonna worry about the steps involved with decaling, because I don't want to say them in the wrong order. I just wanted to show y'all guys this, because I know you guys have been wondering what has happened to the SD46-3. Well, that's how far I've gotten so far. I'm still needing to get a power chassis for that, and the power chassis will be coming very soon. I'm going to get this engine powered. It will not be a dummy anymore. I'm still working on my other custom locomotives, but none of them are as far along as these engines here. These are like practically almost finished. I gotta get numbers. I gotta get numbers for all of them, and I gotta get letters for all of them, and then that's about it. So that's nothing too bad. So you guys be cool. God bless, and I'll see you down the line. Bye, y'all.